Hi and hello to all. This side Priya Rana and I welcome you all to this course of aspect of marketing and finance, and the topic for today is marketing. The objective of the presentation is to understand the concept of marketing, to understand how marketing has evolved from the traditional to the modern concept, to know the nature and scope of marketing, to appreciate the importance of marketing, to understand the meaning of marketing, to understand the evolution of marketing, to understand the development of marketing concept, and lastly, to understand the new concept of marketing. Moving on. When we say marketing, we have to understand that what is a market? A market is a place where two parties meet together to facilitate the exchange of goods and services. It is a place where two parties come and do their activities. Okay. The second is when people have their product to sell, they set up a marketplace. That is also a market. Okay. We see an arena in which we can make commercial dealings. That is also a market. So a market combinedly can be said that it can be any place where commercial activities take place, and the people have, if the people have the product to sell, they set up a place. That place is known as marketplace. Moving on. So I have written four meanings of marketing from different sources. Okay, let's look at the first meaning of marketing. The first meaning says that marketing refers to all activities of a company which it does for the promotion of its products so that it can tell the customers about the product. So marketing include all activities of a company to promote the products to the customers. Okay, on the right hand side, the second meaning says marketing seeks to identify its real customers and draw their attention towards the product available. Okay, the third meaning says that it is a process of getting people interest in your company's product. So third, in the third meaning, we are trying to take the interest of the people in my company's product, say. The fourth meaning says that it includes the set of activities to facilitate the flow of goods and services from the producers to the consumers. In the fourth meaning, we are saying that there are several activities which are to be taken care of when we are making the selling and the buying process, so that the product and the services can be go on from the producer to the customer. Moving on. If I talk about the definitions, the very first definition is given by American Marketing Association, which defines marketing as the process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion, and distribution of ideas, goods, and services to create exchanges that satisfy individual and organizational objectives. According to Pyle, marketing comprises both buying and selling activities. According to Philip Kotler in his book, marketing concept is customer oriented, backed by integrated marketing aimed at generating customer satisfaction as the key to satisfying organizational goals. In the words of Peter Drucker, the aim of marketing is to know and understand the customer as well as that the product or the service fits him and sells itself. Last, the Philip Kotler explained the core concept of marketing in his book, that is marketing management. In his book Marketing Management, he has given these words like needs, wants, demand, product, value, satisfaction, exchange, transaction, market, and marketers. So we are going to learn about this in my coming slides. Let's look at the example of marketing. Suppose if I have to sell a television, how I will do the marketing? I will let the people know about my product and get their attraction through what? Through promotions, through advertisements. So that is marketing. And I have to mention a place where I'm going to make that kind of dealings. So we can say that when a salesperson sells television, a doctor treats a patient, or a state government asks people to get their vehicles checked for pollution, each one is marketing something to the targets. Each one have their own targets and they all are marketing. So in simple words, we can say that marketing is meeting needs profitably. So that's what happening in marketing. They all are meeting the needs of the customers. How? Profitably. Okay. Next, Philip Kotler has given the certain words, so let's look upon them. Number one is needs. What is a need? A need is the basic satisfaction of a person, of a human. So the marketer do not create these needs. So in marketing, if I say needs, the marketer cannot create these needs because these are the basic needs. So basic needs are those which are based on the essential products like food, shelter, clothing, and safety. We can talk about the social needs also, that is the belongingness and affection. Individual needs, in individual needs what come is need for knowledge and self expression. So in needs we can say that these are the basic needs. Okay, talking about wants. Wants are felt for specific product to satisfy human needs. So this is very important, that what is a want? A want are felt for specific product to satisfy human needs. So we can say that want make our life more easy. Needs are the basic things. Above than that, what comes is wants, in which we specify the product to to satisfy human needs. For example, if I'm making a poster, I need colors to make the painting, to make the coloring. Okay, for that I need poster colors. Okay, though that is not my need, that comes under my want because it is above than my basic need. That comes my want because it is making my work easy. It does not come in the basic needs. So human needs are few but their wants are unlimited. Obviously everyone has unlimited wants, but their needs are few because needs are the basic and essential items. So marketer can influence the wants by offering various products. In this, I can say that marketer can influence wants by offering various products, informing the customers about the product, and using marketing strategies to persuade them to buy the product. So in wants, marketer can exploit the customer so that he can make the best out of it and let the customers be satisfied. Moving on, talking about demands. So what happen is when the wants that are supported by purchasing power, that is the purchasing power means when you have the ability to pay for that particular product, that is demand. So demand is anything when you have the money to buy that product. Suppose if I was purchasing, I have a want for a poster color, I'm purchasing that. So that comes under my demand. I'm demanding one packet of poster color. Okay, next, companies could also, in this what happened, what the second line says, that companies should emphasize on calculating how many people would actually be willing and able to buy the company's product rather than measuring how many people want that product. See, in demand, how can company can make a profit out of it? Companies should emphasize that how many people are willing to buy it and how many people are willing to pay for it. So that comes under demand. Moving on, a product can be anything that satisfy human need or want. So a product can be said anything that can able to satisfy human need and a want. Okay, product are vehicles for delivering satisfaction to customers. In other words, product is a solution that marketer offers to its target market. A product is, we can say that it can also be a service, experience, person, events, places, properties, organization, information, ideas, etc. It can be any of them. Okay, we can say that marketer, if a marketer is targeting the customer, he has to look upon the product to satisfy the customer's human need and wants. Okay, next, if I talk about the value, suppose a customer is paying something for a product, he is getting that amount of satisfaction from that product or not, that is the value. The amount of money he's paying for that is worth for that product or not, that is the value. Value is a combination of quality and service. See this line, value is a combination of quality, service, and price. Value increases with quality and service and decreases with price. How? If suppose I am purchasing Parker pen, that's value is high. I am expecting that amount of quality out of it. So the value increases with quality and service. Next, moving on to satisfaction. It depends upon a product's performance. It depends upon the product's performance as perceived by the buyer in delivering value related to its expectation. Means, if I am paying, suppose 500 rupees for a Parker pen, if I am getting that amount of satisfaction from that or not, that is the satisfaction. If I am getting the amount of uh, worthiness of the satisfaction from that particular pen, is that pen flowy enough to work or not, is the pen which I'm using can work properly or not, that is the satisfaction, that is my expectation from that product if I'm paying for that. Next, moving on to the exchange. In exchange, we can say that there are two parties who are willing to exchange something or the another in return. So that is exchange. If I say transaction, in transaction we are making a transaction which can be measured in units. Suppose I am purchasing a book, and for that book I am giving the money. Money is a unit of measurement, because we can say that we can measure the money. We have certain measurement for money, that is the transaction where we have a thing that is to be measured, that comes under transaction. Talking about the nature of marketing, first one is customer oriented. Marketing is completely based on customers, because it begins with the customer and ends with the customer, because in starting we think of customers and then make the product, and it ends with let the customers let the customer purchase that product. So it starts with customer needs and it's end with customer services. Okay. Next is marketing is a delivery of value. Obviously, we are delivering value. How? Because the customer are paying for it, and for that they have to be, the product which we are giving, it has to be worth for that amount of money. Okay. In this we can say that value is a satisfaction of customer requirement at a lowest possible cost of acquisition, ownership and use. Thus, the organization must aim to deliver greater customer value than that of their competitors. So, we can say that marketing is a delivery of value in which the customer are purchasing and paying the price for that product, and if they are paying the price, if they are paying the certain amount of money for that, they should be the product should be worth paying for that. Okay, next, moving on. Marketing is network of relationships, because in marketing we have n number of people which are related to that product, which are related to make that set of activities which are there in marketing, which they all are related. The suppliers are related, the customers are related, the producers are related, the operational persons, they are related. So there are many people who are related in marketing, and it is a network of relationship, because at the end we are trying to make long term relationship with the customers by delivering them high quality products and better services and fair price than their competitors. Okay, moving on. Marketing is a business, because it is a business. It all the activities start from marketing, and all the activities start from marketing, that is through knowing customer needs, wants and end on the customer, that's providing after sales services, and knowing customer dissonance, and the entire business revolves around the marketing. So we can say that it is a business, because entire business is revolving around the customers, and we are trying to provide them the services and all their satisfying needs and wants. So this is a business. Marketing is dynamic in nature. We can say that marketing is dynamic because customer needs and wants are changing constantly, the trends are changing, everything is changing. So just because of that, we have to make flexible approaches to meet the needs of the customers. So that's all from from my first presentation of today.